Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. So we are channeling messages that are helping you to raise your vibration, open your heart, bring you into balance, create justice within your timeline, right? And also just to help support you on your spiritual journey, on your evolution, on your ascension. Yes, yes, and yes. And hopefully bring through answers to questions you may have, but also to help enlighten you to things that need to be seen, right? And to bring information and also to bring through energy that's going to help support you as you continue to evolve, right? And ascend. I'm hearing exalted. We love that. Very beautiful. So this message is, it says, new creativity is coming through. Yay! All right. We love it. Yeah, and I just heard, don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid to be the true you. Don't be afraid to be the authentic you, right? Yeah, with this new creativity that's flowing through you, it's going to be new ideas, maybe even things that you're like, oh, I'm going to try that. I'm interested in this and I see a new play on it. So I'm going to try that, these kinds of things. Or you even diving even more into the way that you're being creative now. Okay, so divine feminine energy really activating in you and you just like kind of going for it. And so like for this example, I like making jewelry. I like beading and things like that. And I just like learning new things. And we were in the Walmart and we're just going through like the creativity aisle and looking at all the fabrics and the patterns, because we love fabric, we love patterns, we love patterns, we love fractals, we love patterns, right? So we're just looking through, and we love being inspired as well, with ideas and things. And so we noticed, we went to like the jewelry section and we're just, let's see new what they have. And something that never dawned on us before just came to light, and we looked at the jewelry making kits. Now there was a bit of arrogance when we used to look at these kits, because we'd be like, oh, it's fake, oh, it's plastic, oh, it's it's not real, it's not real crystal, or I only want to work with like organic materials, these kinds of things. And with releasing, with becoming more humble, right, and releasing arrogance, and just really just being like humble and just allowing ourselves to see new ways and new possibilities, we saw these jewelry kits, and we noticed that these jewelry kits have like necklaces and earrings in it, and we were like looking at this stuff, and we noticed that they were in the same kind of patterns that when we were at the Michaels and at the Joann's, the craft stores, we were like, oh, I wonder how you would do that. I have this idea. I wonder how you would create that. And it just happened that these jewelry kits, different ones, had like pieces of these different ideas that we were wondering, how can we create that? And it was like, whoa, these kits that I never thought as valuable, right? I never saw the value in doing these kits. Now all of a sudden it looks like gold to me. They're a treasure to me, because I was like, not only are they going to provide me with the knowledge on how to create these things that I've seen in my mind, but they also provide me with the practice materials as well, because you get the instructions on how to make these things. And I was like, wow. And then that they're going to teach me so much. And I was like counting, there's like 5 kits, and then they had these smaller kits, and there was like 4 more kits, and I was like, oh my God, like this is powerful, because I can learn so much from these kids, and then I can bring that out into my own creativity on however it comes through. And it was just so beautiful to me, right? So you might be finding like from old things, it's like old things made new type of energy, but it's not that. It's because you are renewing your mind, and so you're seeing that everything that you needed has always been there the whole entire time. And so now you're able to be like, wow, I can create something from that. And you're going to have new creative energy, these new ideas, and then what you need is going to pop up for you, right? It's going to come into your reality. So also your ability to instantly manifest is increasing, right? Yes, especially because your joy is increasing, your happiness is increasing, your heart is becoming more balanced, your mind is becoming more balanced. You're working with your inner child, you're working with your guides, you're working with your higher self. Like you're working with the oneness, and you're like coming into this beautiful alignment, and your divine feminine is like, let's create. Let's create. I'm going to give you this creative energy. Your masculine's going to come in. It's going to be like, let's take action. And it's going to be something that fills you up, that fuels you and brings you happiness and emotional fulfillment. It's very powerful, very beautiful. Ooh, right? So put that into what you're doing, or what you've gone through. Like even if it's like cooking, new ways of like just exploring that, whatever it could be for you. Okay, yes, and knowing that it's accessible to you, right? Because also this energy of with the jewelry kits, they're very inexpensive, right? So it's inexpensive. It's something that I could like, you buy one kit and then do that kit for that week, and I just learned like 4 different ways to create jewelry, and then I go get a kit the next week, and now I just learned like 4 more new ways to create different, you know what I mean? So it's like this beautiful energy of multiplying, right? And it's this multiplying through love and through joy. And so what comes up next is your ideas are worth pursuing. Okay, your ideas are worth pursuing. You may have had a lot of doubt, a lot of confusion, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I should really do this. Like, should I really do this? Or, like, should I really do this? Like, should I really do this? That Libra energy, when a Libra is like unbalanced, kind of coming through a little bit. And it's like, but now you're having more discernment. So many of you guys might be praying for more discernment, or that's an invitation to pray for discernment, to pray for wisdom, right? I pray for clarity, and even just say, thank you, God, for discernment. Thank you, God, for blessing me with clarity. Thank you, angels, for clearing, my heart and my mind. Thank you for pouring cleansing energy around me and through me. Okay, so when we say around me, we're talking about cleansing the etheric field, and when we say through me, we're talking about cleansing that body. Okay, yeah, yes. It's so beautiful, right? And so you might be doing this, or you might start doing it, and then you're going to have more clarity. And some of that clarity might lead you to things that are in the way of health, right? I'm vibrant health. I'm radiant health. I'm perfect health. I am healthy. I'm cleared of all mental disturbances. All emotional blockages are dissolved now. Just I am healthy, that kind of thing, right? I'm healthy in body, mind, and spirit. And when that is happening, these ideas, either that have come to you or new ideas will come to you, they are worth pursuing. You are worthy of this idea. There's a reason why Spirit brought it to you. And when you are in a place of purity, when you're in a place of balance, when your energy is clear, without a shadow of a doubt that is for you, that it is your idea. Okay? And so, because some of you guys may have you might have been a sponge and taken on a lot of other people's energy. And so you're like, I don't know if that's really for me, or if that's for, so-and-so down the street, because they happened to ask me this question. And I was like, oh my God, that's your download, this kind of energy. But when you're grounded, when you're balanced, and when you're in this place of, I am pure, I'm cleansed, I am joy, I am happy, I am pursuing emotional fulfillment, I am willing, I am accepting, then these ideas are for you and they're worth pursuing. So even right now, what came up to you as we were talking? Right? What came up to you as we were channeling? What did you feel? What was the idea that keeps coming to you, but you kind of keep ignoring it? What is that? That is worth pursuing, and some of you might be like, yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to really make money at it. And Spirit is like, it's not about making money. It's about the emotional fulfillment. And when you're emotionally fulfilled, the money will come. Okay? So it's this energy of, before you've asked, I've already answered, right? Like before you even said that you needed it, I've already provided it for you. It's that energy, and you becoming one with that and really believing it. But also now the beautiful part is that you will be witnessing it. Yes, I claim it, right? You will be witnessing it. Yay. We love that. Yeah, and then moving on. So let's move on. Oh my goodness. All right, sorry. I just had like a little bit of like that energy come through and it just felt like really good, so I had to express it. Yeah, the hunted shall become the hunted, all right? So the hunted shall become the hunter. All right, so think about this in terms of your mind, and your mind trying to control your ego, fear, trying to control you and everything that you do. It's almost like it's like every good thought that you had, or every good feeling you had, all of a sudden now something comes after it, to kind of like to tear it down. I'm hearing wrecking ball, Miley Cyrus, right? It just comes to just like tear it apart, and then it's gone, and you're like, okay. And so I feel like a lot of you guys are learning how to train your dragon, right? So it's like you're training your heart, okay, to be the one that is in control, and training your mind to compromise, right? Not to be so forceful, to be like, let's work together. It's this kind of like trolls energy. All right. And when I'm saying trolls, I'm talking about like, the new trolls, the poppy energy. Like, let's work together. Let's figure it out together. Like, we're better together type of energy. And it's like wherever in your body where you were making yourself feel like you were putting your own self in a corner, right? You're that self-hatred energy. It's depleting, it's dissolving, it's releasing you. And you now are going to be the hunter, because you're going to have this beautiful like Sagittarian energy to be able to be like, you know what? That is something that we truly desire. It's this beautiful energy. Our heart is like, yes. And then your mind is going to be like, you know what? Let's make it happen. All right. That kind of energy where you're working together with yourself instead of like beating yourself up, criticizing yourself, sabotaging yourself, saying you're not good enough. You'll never be good enough. Right. You're like, no, that was this old voice that we used to allow run our lives, but we are no longer going to allow that to run our life. We're no longer going to allow that to be the energy that is shooting the arrow, right? Because that energy is filled with fear. And when you're filled with fear, you're like shaking. You go to shoot the arrow, you let it go, and it doesn't hit the goal. Right? So now it's this new energy of the confidence of the hunter, of knowing exactly what you want, and having this unwavering belief and confidence and faith within yourself that you are going to have it, that it's already yours. And now you shoot that arrow and you hit it, right? Bullseye. Powerful. Yes. Next message. Meek and mild shall become strong. Okay? So again, we're talking about your self-confidence. We're talking about the way that you were viewing yourself. Okay? However you were viewing yourself, that was meek and mild, that was in the victim mentality and survival mode, is being strengthened. It's being strengthened by God. It's being strengthened by Goddess. It's being strengthened by the universe, by your guides, by your ancestors, by your angels, by your animal guides coming in really strong, strengthening you. So energy of the cheetah, the lion, the panther, all of this coming in so strong. All right. I'm hearing the leopard, the cougar. So a lot of lion energy coming through, not just a feminine lion, but also masculine lion energy coming through to strengthen you. All right, to strengthen who you are. So you might be, and it's not strengthen who you are, it's strengthen your sense of self. Okay, your sense of self is being strengthened. So you might be saying, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Or you might be saying, all things are possible through Christ, which strengthens me. Or you might be saying affirmations like, I am strong. I am fearless. I am unstoppable. I am strong. By the way, our sweatshirts, fearless and unstoppable. Yep, there you go. And that was like a plug on our Teespring store there. And and thank you for everyone who's bought a sweatshirt or anything from our store. We love that you are supporting our creative endeavors. Thank you very much. So yeah, right. And so also the energy of like Setmek, the energy of Basset coming through, just the energy of oh my goodness, very powerful feline tribes and things like this that are really coming through. I'm seeing, yeah, Setback is coming through very, very strongly. So it's this energy of standing up to fear, facing your fears, and having courage. And so every part of you that you thought was like weak, that wasn't good enough, was unworthy, is becoming strengthened. And I feel like you're doing this by the power of your words. You're conjuring a new you, a new self-image of you. All right, you are building yourself up with your words. So this is also, you might be working with citrine at this time as well, or clear quartz, master healer energy. Okay, and if you're not, these are all invitations to be like, if you are feeling weak, then you say, I am strong, right? If you are feeling like you were not confident or not good enough, then you say, I'm confident, I am good enough. And you say this over and over again. You speak it into your energy field, and you recode your energy by your words. Okay, speak it into existence, make it so. And that's also how you're helping your energy to flow, because now instead of you focusing on that which you are not, or that which you fear, or that which you think you aren't, you're focusing on what you believe you are, or what you want to become, right? Until you really tap into that energy of knowing you already are it. Okay? Yeah. Beautiful. Taking a breath and just taking a little bit of time to breathe for a second. So you guys can breathe with me too. Into that heart, and just allowing, just coming really into that be-ness, you know. Because I have to say this, like, if you channel a lot of times it could be difficult to be like, well, who am I? I'm always channeling, you know, so what is the voice inside? And then that's when you realize that there is no kind of you, that you're one, that everything you're channeling is you. Like, you are that one voice, you are that one power, right? So this leads us into this Centurion Saturn energy. Stories of old, the Syrian energy as well. Stories of old will be heard through new lenses of perception. Okay, so this is you looking at the stories that you've told yourself, these old stories, right, that you've told yourself, and you're looking at them now through the eyes of compassion, through the lens of love, and you're saying, I'm going to rewrite you, because now I see you, now I hear you, now I truly feel you, and now I'm going to rewrite you in a more empowered, inspiring way, and a way that is redefining my history, right? But it's this energy of redefining your history, so that way when you are writing your future, you are not rewriting the stories and just creating new parts. You are really rewriting the story and creating a new part. So this is you putting fully on your director's hat, fully on your writer's hat, right? Where you are scripting a new version of you, scripting a new world, scripting a new reality, a new future, right? And all of this is happening by you having this lens of compassion for who you were, okay, for all the parts of you, for the past, for all involved, and also looking through the lens of love, right? And this is taking these kind of lessons that you've learned and creating this whole new foundation of strength for yourself from within. So powerful. Yeah, it's so beautiful. I feel like we needed to sit with that for a second. Yeah. And just let it come in, you know? And it's like Spirit is coming. He's like, what are you rewriting? What old story of victimhood or suffering or pain are you willing to rewrite, right? Who's cast it, I'm hearing, you know? I'm hearing this energy of like who's casted? Who's casted in this new story of yours? You know? And are you keeping characters in your story because you were afraid to let go? Out of guilt or out of shame, right? And so that's something for you, right? To kind of ponder on. Who are you keeping in your life out of guilt or shame? Or even habits, or even things, all right? So it's also this energy of decluttering as well. Because in order for you to see with these new eyes of perception, to have this through love, you have to clear the fear, you have to clear the sorrow, the guilt, the grief, right? And I say clear, I mean accept. And that will dissolve that energy for you, right? It's acceptance. And then you won't feel that you have to put them into your story. It's like they're showing me this energy of the rocking chair that your mother, sat in, and you've been carrying it with you everywhere you go. And it's like, but it no longer serves the purpose. And so I see it's like this dawning, right? Where now you're sitting at the table, it's nighttime, and there's the rocking chair, and you're yet about to move into another place, and there's just no place for this rocking chair. So what you decide to do is you write a new story, and you paint the rocking chair. You paint it, you draw it, and then you're like, you know what? I'm going to break the rocking chair up, and I'm going to put it into the fire. I'm going to transmute the energy. And like all of this is like, you're like physically doing this, but it's this very kind of has so many meanings to it, right? And so now you have this picture, and you're like, I have this picture. Well, am I going to carry the picture with me forever and ever and ever, ever too? And then you decide, no, I'm not going to, because the memory of this lives within me, and I'm going to carry the memory of it, the love, right? I'm going to release the guilt, I'm going to release the shame, I'm going to release the sorrow and the guilt. I'm going to carry the memory of love. And so I'm going to throw the painting into the fire too, right? So there's this big shift of understanding, what am I carrying with me now? What am I writing into this new story, this new reality? Yeah. And with that, we have the last message. Shielded by love. And I'm hearing, it's a new day, it's a new dawn, right? It's like I'm hearing, ding dong, the witch is dead, the wicked witch is dead, right? And I feel like it's like that fear, right? That fear of like doing things the way that you want to do them, right? When you're trying to do things the way that other people do them, then your shield is kind of threatened, and there can get holes in it, because you have this doubt and this fear that you need to live by other people's standards instead of your own, okay? Instead of your own expectations. And it's also this energy of like allowing yourself to release the expectations, to release the stress, the pressure off of yourself, and just live through love, and knowing that if you are in that energy, in that heart space, that mind space of love, then you're exactly where you need to be, okay? Irotamala. But this is also no judgment. If you're experiencing fear right now, or judgment, or doubt, or anything like that, you're still in the place that you need to be, because it means that you're ready to transmute that energy. You're ready to turn it into something that is going to serve you, or you're ready just to release it completely and altogether, right? I just heard the fog is lifting, right? The fog is lifting. A new you, a new me, a new reality. The fog is lifting. Yeah, so I definitely feel like with the shielded by love, what's coming up, and we've said this to clients pretty often actually, is to write love letters to yourself, okay? To write a love letter to yourself. If you were to shield yourself in love, what would you write to yourself? Or even draw a love letter to yourself. What does that look like? Drawing love, writing love. Maybe it is you just writing those I love yous every day down one sheet of paper, and just transmuting all of that self-hatred into self-love. And then seeing how your reality changes when you start doing that. Yeah, if that, yeah, that would definitely be like, you guys could do it forever, like a 1-day challenge. You could do it for a 3-day challenge. And if you're feeling a little froggy, you can do it for 7 days. All right. Writing I love you down one sheet of paper. I love you. And if you want to up the vibration of that, you can listen to some pure tones, or you can listen to some dolphins, or just listen to love songs, to empowering love songs. If you made a like I am that B list, or I am that love list, or I am the shit list, like playlist, right? Or I'm just in love with me, I accept me, what would that be, right? And listen to that as you're writing those I love yous, or maybe listening to guitar or grounding music, you know, like in the key of D or in the key of C, that kind of thing. Releasing the sacral, releasing the roots, releasing the solar plexus. Those are just ideas, right? But it's like, try it. Try it. See how it changes you. See how it changes your vibration, how it elevates you. See what things come through, you know? Also, it's this energy of, he's saying like, see what releases within you as well. See how it changes your, like your habits. Like, see how it changes. I just saw like 3-5. See how it changes the love you have for yourself. See how, like, what changes, like, what foods are you buying? What people are you talking to, or who comes into your reality? What experiences do you have? What situations, circumstances changes just by you writing I love you on one sheet of paper every single day, you know, for 7 days? Like, what changes within you? Are you starting to exercise? Are you starting to, you know, what kind of exercises are you doing? You know, these things, all of this is like, when you start saying I love you and it transmutes that self-hatred, then you really start to see what your heart desires, and then you have the courage, the bravery, you know, to take action on those intuitive leads, and it feels more effortless to you. It's not forcing, it's forceless, right? Yeah. Mhm. I'm just hearing releasing the attachment to time. That might be for me too, cuz like I'm over here like, oh, what's the time, and like, should we stop now, you know, that kind of energy. And I'm hearing like, allow yourself to get lost in the wave of love, you know, the frequency of love. Allow yourself to fall in love with you. Oh my goodness. This was so, I love it. It was so cool. Yeah. Also too, like, you'll see that your spiritual gifts, your gifts in general, and your whole life will start to change. And it's like, but you have to be the witness to that. And but it's the action that you take that allows you to witness the unveiling of your own soul. Okay? Yeah. Very beautiful. And with that, we are going to end. Yay. We just want to say thank you to all of you guys. We truly appreciate you. We love you with all of our hearts. I just realized that in all the videos, we never said namaste at the end. But I kind of felt like the videos were kind of like separated, but all of these transmissions came through at one time. So I feel like this is actually like the end of it, even though we had to put it out in like 3 separate videos. So namaste to you guys, you know, times 3. Yay. And just thank you for the likes and things, especially if this resonated with you, or if these videos resonated, or if my work resonates with you, or whatever. Just hit the like button so that I know, and leave me a comment to let me know what really hit, you know, what synchronicities were for you. I know we didn't do a lot of numbers, but if we were going to do any number that was really coming through in this, it would be 7. Okay, it would be 7. It would be 7. Right? Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Okay. All right. Now we're getting silly dilly. So we're going to go ahead and hit end. We love you. Bye.